Is it always Monday? Because it feels like it's Monday. My hose here is kinked and like just gone to poop. So I got half the water pressure that I want going out to my pigs who chewed on the end of their hose, so all their water reservoir has drained. I've been filling it up, waiting for a new part to come in. That part has come in. I'm gonna fix the whole thing, hopefully fill them back up, and they'll be good to go for a little while. Step number one, see this hose? It's got a kink in it because it was across a road, and I asked people not to drive over the hoses, but and the hose gets left out and people don't freaking care, so they drive over it, and then I have to fix things in the field. And then this one, you know, whether it was just pulling on it or whatever, it has come loose, so water sprays out that way and water sprays out this way when it's on, and it's just no good. So what I'm going to do is cut this here and cut this here, take the whole shebang out, put in just replacement fittings, and then you know, that's that. Now my hose is fixed, I'm gonna turn the water on so I can start watering the pigs. When I get there, they haven't had water in a couple hours, which isn't great, but they'll survive. It rained a lot, there's a lot of groundwater right now for them. But they're gonna be super happy that I turned this on. So my first experience over there is just gonna be turning the water on and just watering the pigs, cooling them down, giving them plenty to drink so they get the heck out of my hair. Because trying to fix things in the middle of pigs, if there's a weakness in your system, pig will find it, and if you try to fix it with the pigs in there, they're gonna be a pain in the butt. We'll see how this goes. I have low expectations. That went really freaking well. I love watering the pigs. I mean, now I have 6 200-pound animals that are muddy and wet and probably covered a little bit in their own feces, but you know, farmers get dirty. So I've got the hose running. I got full blast because I already repaired my leaky joint over there, and it's already starting to fill up the tote. I can isolate the hose that I need to work on by turning off the little switcheroo at the bottom, so I can be filling the tote while working. If the pigs come over and they're like, we need some more water, John, I can pull the hose out, water the pigs, keep them happy and chill. It's also a hot part of the day, so they're gonna be a little lethargic. So now that I've wet them down, they're like, oh, okay, I'm good. I'm gonna eat a little bit and I'll probably go back to sleep in the shade. So for me, I might hang out for a minute or two, let them lay down and chill out, and then I'll bring in my tools and see if we can fix this water. So what happened is they had this little piece of exposed hose part and they got curious and nibbled on it, just like they're nibbling on my boots right now, but you can't see that. And with that piece of hose part, they bit it, and there's a couple fittings here, which I'll show you closer up later. They ripped the thread. Stop it! Stop it, pig! They ripped the thread. Ugh. What happened is this little piece of exposed hose, there's the 2-inch pipe coming out of the tank, which goes from a 2-inch to, I think, like 5/8 or 3/4 inch hose fitting. And then that hose fitting splits because I used to have two hoses on there. What I want to do is take out that whole shebang, and there's 3 fittings right now. I want to condense it down to just 1 fitting, where I have a different piece to the puzzle, and I'll just show you that close up in a second. All right, let me explain this to you the only way I know how. So, the old fitting, there's a 2-inch pipe that comes out of the back of this 250-gallon cube right here. That 2-inch pipe, you can get these on for like 23 bucks on Amazon. Goes from a 2-inch fitting down to a standard like 5/8, 3/4 hose fitting, regular garden hose. And I used to have 2 drinkers on here. I could have gotten rid of this T or a Y. It's not a T, it's a Y. I could have gotten rid of the Y because I only needed one side of it, but I kind of like the little valvey thing here to close it off, even though I got the big valve, which this is redundant either way, because I only kept 1 drinker. If the pigs don't run out of water, it's fine. They take turns. I have 6 pigs. It's super easy this year. So it went from this step down into the Y into a female fitting that this barb went into the hose, and the hose goes down to that pig drinker. I either got this stuff at Home Depot or Amazon, but all common things. So what I want to do instead of this, look at this mess right here. I don't like this mess. I'm going to put this fitting on, which is just the 2-inch step down that goes into the back of this guy, into a barb that I should be able to slide the hose over. That barb's kind of big, but this hose is kind of flexible. So we're gonna hope that it just slides on over and I can make this whole shebang work. And that will take out all of this mess and just make it just the hose. And that will also shorten the hose up a little bit, and I can turn it on and off with this blue valve. This system only has to work for the pigs for the rest of the year, and then I can readdress it if I want in the winter. If I keep a small number of pigs next year, then I'm all set, good to go. But the fewer things to fail, the more simple the whole design is, the less likely it is I'm gonna have to waste my time out here in the heat watering pigs. If you hear crunching, by the way, we gave them a whole bunch of peaches from my friend Paul's house. We did some peach picking, and they chewed up all the good parts of the peaches, and now they just go through and munch on those peach pits. I actually took video of when we gave them the peaches, but I forgot to turn the microphone on so you can't hear them crunching it, but it's insane. They just eat these things like they're popcorn. Anyways, back to fixing stuff. I got it on. It leaks like a sieve. I either threaded it wrong or it's the wrong size thread. I gotta take it all apart again. It happens. So it turns out that the new fitting is a different thread for the 2-inch. The interior here is a different thread size. I didn't know that there were 2 different thread sizes. I figured that they were pretty standard because these totes are, I don't know, pretty standard. But I'm an idiot. So what I'm gonna do, this is the old fitting. The thread that you can see on there should go to a hose. Should go to a hose right here, but it's all screwed up and it doesn't really stay on. What I'm gonna do is epoxy this barb, hose barb, onto the old fitting because I got no other choice, or at least I can't think of anything else. I'm gonna epoxy the 2 so it becomes one. And then put the whole shebang back on, and then put the hose back on, and then secure it in some way that hopefully it becomes less enticing for the pigs to chew on. That's the best I got. I marred up the other fitting as I was putting it on, so I can't return it, so I just flushed $23 down the toilet. So either I figure something out, something to do with that. I'm gonna hang on to it because I have more of these IBC totes, and maybe it fits one of the other ones. But for now, I'm gonna make this one and we'll go from there. So we're back in the shop. I have Gorilla Glue. It says it sets in 5 minutes and it's indoor outdoor and dries clear, 3300 PSI. I'm gonna get on the glue in this thing. With my experience with epoxy, you need a very exact 1-to-1 mixture, otherwise it really doesn't set right. So I'm gonna put this together and let it sit. I'll probably let it sit longer for 5 minutes, probably go grab a beer, take a break, grab some water. Water was what I meant originally. And yeah, we'll get back out in the field.
And now the hero of our story returns to the field to replace the fitting, return the flow of water, and save the 6 thirsty pigs. Don't ever take yourself too seriously.
So I got the water fixed. Is it perfect? No. Am I gonna have to address this again in the future? Yeah, most likely. They have a fresh, completely fresh 250 gallons of water. I got a slow leak at the bottom where they were chewing on it when they were like, oh, there's no water in here. But usually when I bite this, the water comes out. And you see how big these things are? They're bigger than I am. So I got a little damage there, but it's a slow leak. Water's coming out great. And then my janky farmer fitting, where I epoxied it together, I could have let the epoxy set a little bit longer, but I wanted to make sure that they had enough water if and when I repair this, which will probably be sometime in the moderately near future. Depends on how quick the tank drains. I'm gonna check that as part of my daily routine. I'll come out here at night with a headlamp, take the whole thing apart, repair it in my shop, not in the field during a hot day, and let the epoxy set, maybe get the right fittings in the meantime. I really don't want to spend any more money on this, so I'd rather just repair what I got now. But to come out at night with a flashlight, take the thing apart, bring it back to the shop, fix it, bring it back, everything's good. What is the takeaway from this video? Is that we have these, as farmers, we have these little stupid things to fix. And I know that this is a little bit of a mundane problem. I changed 2 hose fittings and then fixed the pig waterer. I hope that the video was entertaining for you. But yeah, this didn't make me any money, and I actually lost 23 bucks on that fitting plus my time spent doing this, and I don't have to worry about any feed efficiencies with these fat lugs right here with missing a couple hours of water. They're comfortable, they were fine. Not everybody was chugging water out of the hose when I brought it over. But farmers struggle, and if you want to support me, if you want to support other farmers, this is not a selfish request. Go to your local farmer's market and just buy something. Buy 3 things that you don't know what to do with at your farmer's market, bring them home, find some recipes. Even if you don't have a recipe going to the farmer's market, what drives me nuts is people just go to the farmer's market, buy some apple cider donuts and maybe a loaf of bread, and then skedaddle. Buy some vegetables, they're good for you. They make you grow bigger. Buy some pork for somebody who grows pork in a responsible way. Grow some chickens yourself with the chicken tractor boat. No, I'm not, just kidding. But support your local farmer, go to the farmer's market, enjoy local food. Anything I can do to make it a little bit more interesting, I will do. Share my trials and tribulations, successes, and failures here. Thanks for taking the time to watch this long freaking video, and until next time, I will see you out in the field.